So anyway, it looks like you're limping a little bit. How's the leg? Can you give us a little update?
Yeah, the leg's okay. I kind of had to tough it out. In the first round, he kicked me, kind of met shin to shin. I got this pineapple coming out of my leg now, hematoma, and they want to get it checked out to see if there's a hairline fracture or something. So that took a little pep out of my step, and you know, and sitting down on the punches, so I just had to go to plan B and grapple with him. So, you know, it's not what we trained for, but it's what I had to do, and you know, well, we trained to win, so I had to find a way to win, and got it. So that's the most important to me.
How frustrating is that for you that, you know, you couldn't implement the game plan that you wanted to tonight? Yeah,
you know, and I was training for, you know, Do-Ho Choi, and who is a pure stand-up guy, and then I kind of got switched to a guy that goes down to the lab and trains with Benson and all those guys, and that's really why I believe Yadi was so good at surviving everything, is because he survives with Ben and all those guys, and they attack him, and he's good at that. He's good at hanging. I damn near had about 5 guillotines, I feel like, so they were close, and then he had one of his own in the end, and you know, he's a tough guy, but you know, I've found a way to win, and that's all that matters to me. So, given, you know, I'm always searching to be the human highlight reel, and I'm kind of beating myself up because it didn't end up that way, but, you know, it's better than this win-lose bullshit. So, you know, I got another win, haven't fought since January. I do better when I compete more, so I'd like to, you know, let my leg heal up and fight again pretty soon. So.
You mentioned sitting down on your punches. There's a fine line between sitting down on your punches and kind of sitting down too much would allow you to be taken down. Just talk about, you know, throwing strikes, but also making sure that you're not sitting down too much so you can't sprawl.
Right, like I don't want to just stand square in front of him and like Frankenstein, you know, angling off and really putting some snap in your punches, and then, you know, to the next angle and, you know, stick and move, but eventually you step into one and put him out. And I really couldn't step into anything, so I was just kind of on my back foot and still trying to chase him down that way, and it just feels awkward, but it's just kind of how I got to antagonize a guy or hunt him down. So I was hunting him down, I just felt awkward, I was whatever, you know, and I knew he wanted to shoot, you know, and that's always the game plan, is start chucking and turn them all into wrestlers, and then, you know, and then win that. So, you know, yeah, obviously not stand in front of him, but angle off, step into one and crack him, and then angle off, you know, fake shots. And then after that happened, I could feel it, and I just resist. I felt really flat-footed after that.
You mentioned the guillotines. You had some. He had one pretty deep. Talk us through what was going through your mind when you were caught in that choke.
I actually had a really big decision right then, because I all my shoulder pressure up, and I had to get down, and he had a closed guard, so I was like, I'm either gonna go out or I'm gonna have BA the whole world and push out, and my pants came down a little bit, but it was a decision I was willing to moon the whole world, so it worked out. You know, we practiced getting that angle out of there, but I was like, I'm really gonna do this, so I'm lucky that, you know, all the layers didn't come off, because they're really high quality Reebok shorts is why they didn't, so.
While you're on the Reebok shorts, how do you feel about the deal? Obviously, you know, it's the second week that the gear's been in place. How do you feel? Is it financially rewarding for you? Or?
Yeah, you know, I like having, you know, we get here, we got lockers, we got our game day jerseys. For me, it's good. This is my 9th fight, so the next one I go to 10, and I like them. They look slick, and I like, honestly, my biggest thing is I don't like worrying about getting sponsors or when my shorts are gonna show up. It's pretty rad just to have them here and go suit up like any other sport. And financially, you know, I'm at the next level, and pretty soon another fight, and then. You know, I like getting all this new gear and bringing my corners in. We have a young, hungry guy I brought in. He gets all this Reebok gear, so he feels like it's Christmas. It's a cool deal they're doing for us. Obviously, you want to be at that contender spot or champion spot where you're getting the money, the big money, but you know what you're getting into. you know, stability in a pretty unstable sport, you know, as far as sponsor-wise. You never know you're going to get, but now you have money you can count on, you know you're going to get, and I very much appreciate that.
A lot of people have their mindset in the gym, oh, just check the kicks, but when it actually comes bone to bone,
Yeah.
how did you say, I'm still going to use this leg? And a lot of people would have, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah, I checked it wrong is why it was as bad as it was. I did make it worse, but I was just going to start stepping into those, because if he can kick me there, I can hit him. But, you know, he just did, you know, honestly, just tip of a hat to him, because he did time that well, like right when I was planning on it, he kicked it, and you know that could have went the other way. He could have timed that wrong and I would have slept him. So give him that, and you know, I have to limp around for a couple of days, but it hurts way worse if you lose, so it doesn't hurt that bad now. So.
And everyone wins something, loses something, learns something in a fight. Going into your 10th fight, did you just learn I can fight on one leg, or what would you say you learned going forward?
Yeah, a couple of things. You know, that guillotine in this is just, I have a, you know, more of a will to win, and you know, where before it was really putting it all together, where I was just like, I get sold as a knockout guy, and I'm like, that's the role I'm gonna play. So I'm like, if I don't knock him out, I felt out of my element. And even though I can grapple, because I'm like, I want to be the guy that people want to see knock people out. And today, you know, I wasn't that for the fans, but I got to win. You know, so I get to, you know, next time come back and sleep somebody. So more of it is, it's more important to win than you know, play the brand you were given. So.
Is it hard when you get put into that corner where everyone's like, oh, he's gonna knock me out, so they know exactly if he comes swinging, I'll just pull guard?
Yeah, exactly, because I know that that's my, you know, what everybody trains for. Circle away from the right hand, all that. You know, but I can do many other things, you know, and then eventually you come out of a scramble, stay on him, and still hit him with that right hand. But the biggest thing for me is putting it all together, and I think I got a step closer to that today by grappling so much. So.